Hi, I'm Susan. I'm from Worldpeacefull, and I felt to read a poem today. It actually was a poem that fell out of some of my papers when I was moving some things around, and I suddenly had the feeling I would like to read it. I wrote it many years ago. I also did a little bit of a meditation earlier, just sort of being peaceful. I thought about some of the events going on around the world right now, and I saw escalations because people don't understand the true essence of peace. Peace is not a concept, neither is it a negotiation. It can only be understood when it's felt. So this is the challenge for the world, is to come back to who we truly are, which is a peaceful essence. Now you'll see behind my head up here, there's a really lovely image there. This was actually done by a clown friend of mine who used to clown with me in the hospitals when we were out giving love to strangers, which we did all the time. And he was a lovely man. He was about 70 years old, very gentle person. He used to wear a lovely hat with a beautiful pink rose on it, and he had on his back he had a beautiful vest, and on the back he had Love Life, and he wore lovely pants, and he used to always have odd shoes. He himself is a grandfather, he's lovely, and he was probably one of the few people that truly inspired me to become a clown and to give love to the world in a very special way. And of course, we did it for love, not money, and we did it because we wanted to bring joy and happiness to people, and those who weren't well, we wanted to give them a moment where they were free from pain. Now, he used to take scissors and paper with him, and he'd do cutouts. We call them doilies. And he'd cut out these doilies, and then he kind of opened them up, and they were the most amazingly complicated doilies. It wasn't like a chain of little girls in the skirts. He had love at the center, and he had all these amazing symmetrical images. I mean, the picture you're seeing above my head is just one of many, and this is the least complex. He's even done one with a clown in the center, and he's had symmetrical images emanating out. He had love hearts, I think, emanating out. I have no idea how he was able to do such complex images. He himself grew up in the war. He was in London when it was bombed by the Germans in the Second World War. He was very young, and many of these images started to manifest in a way through his creativity as a means of healing what was imbalanced from that period of time. So I guess the symmetry was a way of reuniting the dark and the light elements. Anyone who's ever been in a war zone will know that they're carrying enormous shock and pain. And of course, violence is never the solution to any issue, but on our planet right now there is violence, and it is used in order to force people to comply and to create fear so that people feel safe. Yet in my work, it's to say that the true safety, the true security comes from inner peace. It really will never come from outside of us. We can never force it. We have to find peace in order to really create it in the world. And I know it's not easy for many people, but we can at least try. So this poem is called Peace is Forgiving. World peace will only come when we can look into the eyes of those who trespass against us with love and compassion. Forgiveness is always forgiving. For it is not to seek support, but to know that one is supported by truth. That is the true reconciliation within the heart. World peace is true freedom. World peace is true expression. It is the freedom to choose one's actions, the freedom to be oneself in community, the freedom to take responsibility. But this is without expectation, without need, without greed. It is to sit in peace and send love to those who persecute us. For if we hate, if we shout, if we feel anger, then we are at war with ourselves. For peace has left, for it is not at war. Turmoil is the soil that fertilizes our thoughts, and it is thoughts of peace for the other that brings the new wind, that opens a space for understanding of ourselves. It is okay to feel the pain. It is kind to feel for those disempowered. It is good to wish for something higher. But to be the change, we must change. And speak with love and peace, for it is the love that sets us free. Love is the seed that awaits the right conditions to grow through the resistance. And this is the birth of a new variety. Enjoy your day. Don't see it as a trial. Fear is false evidence appearing real. This is just another challenge to stand up for your truth, to help others to see another way in freedom. It matters not if there is the power of one or the multitudes. All truth tellers stand alone, and this is the strength of the multitude. For you will never see your strength in a crowd. You will never hear peace when it is loud. For peace is in stillness. Life happens the way it is meant to, for we do not trust life's plan. And it is unfolding although we may not see, for only in our hearts can we be free. When we see ourselves in the other, for all of us trespass, all of us force, all of us are fighting. But it is time to drop the arms, to become defenseless. It is time to say the Psalms. It is the time for peace. This is the seed that is awaiting nourishment, quietly awaiting your attention. It is in humility that it germinates. It is love that is the nourishment. For you are peace. You are love. You are joy. You are the most beautiful expression. So learn the lesson, and the court will become a classroom, teaching values of mutual respect. This is the sand of differences that grates. They rub against each other. Only through discomfort and friction can the pearl of deep respect be formed. The hard edges are removed, and the justice of real truth emerges from the mountains of beliefs. For this is the rising sun of self-realization. Om Shanti, in peace. I wrote that many years ago, that poem. Actually, I'm starting to remember, actually, didn't write it many years ago, only a year ago, I think I wrote it. All I can really say from this is really peace is an inner job for all of us. I definitely see a world of one heart, one mind, one world. And what I understand is it really is about all of us finding inner peace. We're either fighting or understanding, I guess, is the choice we all have to make. I do think that conflict is here on the planet because we're here to learn from it. But I also would say that there are also ways that we can transcend it if we're willing to look within our own selves. I think that's where all the answers really do lie. And I know in my own life I'm certainly working on that. None of us are perfect, of course, but I guess if we work at it little by little, hopefully in our own lives we can contribute to something far more wonderful. Anyway, with that, I wish you happiness and peace. And if you want to look at any of my work on my website, it's www.worldpeacefull.com. I have empowerment training for children, which is my predominant focus for peace in the world. I believe that's where the changes have to happen. I also have a workplace empowerment website, which is really about exploring the various virtues and values in communication that we can learn in order to communicate much more clearly to one another and reconcile differences. We are in a world of great diversity, and peace arises when we can reconcile differences. And that doesn't mean to be the same as each other. It just means to learn to live with difference with respect. And once that occurs, we will find that we will operate as a family far better. The world is one family. It's just that we've become separated and disparate. We've forgotten. But once we start to look at people like their family, we're more likely to try a little harder. So with that, much love and take care. Bye.